I don't know what the hell that movie was. Pardon me. Pardon me. Hmm. Well, I wonder if my soap's done. I'm literally making homemade soap. Hey Carlos, hey Laffy. I I figured I'd go live since I finally finished doing a lot of cleaning around here. I've been cleaning for like 2 days. Depression's a hell of a thing. And I ran out of laundry detergent, so I'm kind of making my own out of bar soap. Sleepy Hollow, I only saw that once when I was a very young kid. I don't even remember it, to be honest. I do know that whenever I feel Thanksgiving weather, or whenever I think of Thanksgiving weather, I think of Sleepy Hollow. I mean, that's the perfect Thanksgiving weather to me. And my mother instilled that in my head, too. Good. I'm making smoothies. Getting rid of some of the milk that's in my freezer. I need fruit cups. Guess there's the pears. A pear smoothie. Nice. And for a second of here. Let's cut out. So what I've been doing, I've got this. I put what's left of my shampoo in here, and some toothpaste. I scraped out after I cut my toothpaste container off because I ran out of toothpaste too. So I just have all my cleaning supplies, like the shampoo, the toothpaste, and whatever was at the bottom of that. Um, that's my laundry detergent, and then I've been boiling water and making liquid soap. I had a bar of soap at the bottom of that, and it's filled up this for my dish detergent. What's my jigs too? And I managed to do all my dishes with one of these, and it filled up another. So, and I still have soap in here. That it's one bar of soap stretched so far. Amazing. And now I gotta get the and where should I prop this up? I do need to prop it, but I'm not doing much washing. I'll show you what it looks like. That's melted soap. So much of this. And there's my laundry detergent. Well, I do my laundry in the bathtub. So there's my soap left. If you do this, yep, still got that. Still got soap in there to melt. that in there. Do I have? I need to get my spray bottle. Oh, that's full too. Well, it's laundry detergent then. That's how you make your own laundry detergent. What you do is you take a regular bottle of regular bar of soap, if that's all you have, and then boil water. That's the water in there, good. Soften that milk up. It's frozen. You know, another thing, a good life hack is if you have these containers of fruit or applesauce or whatever, and you're sick and tired of opening it up and having the liquid flinging all over you, freeze it before you enjoy it, and then take the lid off when it's frozen. You'll never splash again. Personally, I always freeze them anyway, because they're nothing more than an ingredient for my smoothies. And it doesn't matter if it's dripping or whatever, because I got a storage bin that makes it clean, so just put it in there. That storage bin I found by the dumpster yesterday when I was taking out my mounds of garbage. This place was a disaster area. There was trash piled up everywhere. It was insane. But that's what depression does. When you're depressed, you don't feel like doing the damn thing, and I did not. At all. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done. My closet is full of God knows what shoved in there because I didn't want to deal with anything. And yes, I'm putting an extreme amount of sugar in here. Oh, I love my smoothie sweet. Put it in there. I just started to tap out of that. What am I looking for? I forget what the hell I'm even looking for. I love those chocolate oranges. Oh my god, they're so fucking good. No, ice milk. Usually I have a giant hunk of ice in there. Just a raging boil and then something in there. Boom. That's a little bit of water, but there's not much soap left. I've been melting this soap down all day. I think I'm done. Well, not completely. I still have the surfaces to do. And I'll be doing them when I get a real bottle cleaner. I'm not going to use soap to clean the surface. I'll probably go to Target this morning and get myself a bottle of Clorox or something. Probably. I found out I had $20 to my name. So I'll get me some Clorox. But yeah, this soap thing, it's been lasting all day. So I'm just gonna use this for cleaning for now. And then I'll go to Target, get myself a bottle of spray bleach, do the surfaces, do the floors, and I might even use that as emergency laundry detergent. It's always good to have something for emergencies. You're out of laundry detergent, you need to clean your clothes, have an emergency makeshift bottle. Works like a charm. My life is so full of emergencies. I have backup shit everywhere. I'm prepared for the worst, always. Gotta be when you live in Murfreesboro. Yeah, raging blood. I don't know why the fuck I just switched that, because I don't really putting using that for something more on the floor. You can watch anything in here. Everything. And leave it to me to use to make this soap that looks like something that came out of a good poem. No pun intended. Nothing. Anybody else wash your cups and can't see the water marks or droplets of dry water? I have to rewash my cups. If they dry and there's water marks in them, as far as I'm concerned, that's good. I'm trying to mix it. But it's weird when I'm depressed. The last thing I want to do is and I didn't want to do any streams from here. I didn't want to do any streams from my kitchen. I was certainly not want to do any of them in my bedroom because it was such a disaster. I don't know. I'll just like that. Yeah. Depression's a hell of a thing. And so this whole my bedroom floor was like full. It was to the point where I could barely walk in my room. Cleaned everything up. And that's gonna be Sophie's litter box. That's gonna have cat shit in it in about 3 months. Wait a minute, what is that? Well, 1 day less than 3 months. Holy shit. That means this time 3 months from now, I'm going to be with Sophie. Holy shit. Do you know that? Do you realize that, guys? 3 months. This time, 3 months from now, Sophie's gonna be back in my life. Oh my god. That struck a nerve. Mm. What brought on Sleepy Hollow anyway, by the way? That was random, but I do appreciate the question. I like it. Uh it is a good movie. You know what? I'm gonna have to rewatch it actually. I am going to go back go back with the priest that I dated. I'm not getting back together with him. We're friends now, but um I think we're better off as friends anyway because relationship wise we weren't compatible, but friends wise, yeah. Um well, he's a former priest. You can look him up and see exactly why he's not a priest anymore. Just look up the name Stuart, Father Stuart Bullock. He was all over the news. Um, but I used to date him. We used to date, go to karaoke every weekend, and I got in touch with him a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was actually working at Liberty Tax, and I was in the office, and I got an email from my father with a picture of the letter that he mailed them with his number on it, and he got this letter in November, and it took him my father that long to take a picture of the letter so I could have his number to call him. But I called him when I was in the office watching the office, making sure nobody came in or anything while my boss was out. And we got to talking, and he told me he really wants me to come visit him. I told him that I'm going to be in New York June 30th to go see Death Becomes Her. And I said, if you can do two things for me, I will be there. He asked me what they were. I said, one, can you pay for my ticket to you? Sure, no problem. And two, can you help me get my cat from my parents? And he said, yes. Now, he is one of the most helpful people I've ever met in my life. He is very supportive, very kind hearted, and very helpful. That's why he is an ex that stays in my life, which is one thing I am dead set against. Like exes or exes for a reason, but him, he defies that law, and he is a very good person. And as a friend, I love him to death. As a relationship, there's nobody I want to be with, unless they have four legs and call me meow. Then I want to adopt them. But yeah, this time 3 months from now, I'll be with Sophie. I don't know if I'm gonna be leaving July 4th or nah. I'll probably be coming home with July 5th. So yeah, I can't believe it. 3 months. I might be this time 3 months from now. I will be in Essex, Maryland, in the priest's house with my cat. I'm gonna probably have to have her in a room with the door shut because he's got a big house and I don't want to be hunting the entire house looking for her. Cats like to hide, so I'll probably have to have her in a room um, with the door shut and be with her there. Um, so we can make our flight on time back to St. Louis. But holy shit. And all my stuff's in a storage unit. So that's why everything's. Basically coming back to life now. Because for a while, you know, I I was just in bed. I wasn't doing much of anything. I was just laying in bed. I would wake up. I'd go to the kitchen, grab something to eat, and eat until I passed out. Then, when I would wake up, I'd just pig out just to pass out. I wouldn't throw my trash away. I wouldn't do my dishes. I wouldn't do anything. Just eat just to knock myself out. And then oh, by the way, happy Easter, everybody. Thank you for saying that, Kentucky Creek Life. You reminded me, it's Easter. It's my ex's favorite holiday, the priest. I called him about an hour ago because he's doing something for me that I have been trying to get help with for 6 years, or ever since I got burnout in 2018. So yeah, this priest, his name is still. I will do anything for him. He's doing this shit for me. I don't care what it is. If he wants it done, I will do it for him. I am putting this man on a fucking pedestal. The only thing I can't do is date him. And he kind of wants. He said he would love to be in a relationship with me, but I don't see that happening. One, he's in Maryland. I'm in St. Louis. Long distance never works, and I am not up. I am not moving out of my apartment, and I like living alone. Um, I don't really read the Bible. I mean, I go to church, but that's only because the people there have the same mindset and outlook on life as I do. I'm I don't really mess with religion. I like to listen to stories about the Bible because I find them entertaining, and you know they have a little bit of moral. They have morals to them, kind of like a fable. Um, but beyond that, I don't see anything historically correct or anything. I don't believe in any of that. Um, but I do believe in kindness. I do believe in love, and I do believe in respect and decency and uh, live and let live. And if that's what God is all about, whether He's real or not, I'm there for it. So, but maybe I could, if I'm sitting and think for a while, maybe I could come up with my favorite Bible story. I think Moses, because the movie, The Ten Commandments, the original, not the remake, the original was a fire movie, and I love it. I love how he parted the Red Sea and the plagues and everything. That was a very well done movie, and it was way ahead of its time with the special effects. My mother and I used to watch that movie together every year, and I think we would do it on Easter. That reminds me, I want to see if it's on YouTube for free. If it is, I'm watching it because it is Easter. Kind of follow the tradition. I can't believe it's Easter already. Doesn't feel like Easter. I wonder if I have it. I have a lot of subscriptions. Is it the Ten Commandments? Is that the name of the movie? Or is it Moses? John 3:16. That's actually the name of a shelter that I stayed in Tulsa. Mm, hell yeah.
Yours was the face I saw above my cradle,
There it is.
the only mother I've ever known. But my feet are set.
1956. It's a 4-hour movie? That's crazy.
Yours was the face I saw above my cradle, the only
How do I
mother
move
I've
that?
ever known.
There. Last thing I need is another copyright strike. But Cecil B. DeMille. Yeah. 1956 it was made. I'm going to be watching that today. That's going to be my Easter tradition, watching the Ten Commandments. I don't know whether it was Easter or not when my mother and I will watch it. I think it was around this time of year. Thank you, Kentucky. And happy Easter to you too. God bless you. I think I have been blessed. I'm finally getting my cat. Holy shit. You know a lot's gonna change around here when I get that cat, right? I'm gonna be. I'm a totally different person around her too. Like this crazy, hyper, uh, carefree guy that you see every day on YouTube. He ain't there when Sophie's around. What you see when Sophie's around is gonna be totally different because I act. I am a very parental person. Like I don't see her as a cat. I see her as my daughter. So I become very father like. I become very dad like. My personality changes, everything about me changes when I'm around her. You know, she brings out the best in me. I'm become a lot more responsible, a lot more cautious, a lot more caring, kind, loving. She's just, she is a blessing. She's my life, my love, my everything. Mm. 3 months, she'll be here. Yep, 3 months. That's insane. I can't believe it. I need to find a doctor too, like a therapist, because I need to get a note saying that I am prescribed a service animal because this apartment does not allow pets. Service animals, yes. So I need to get Sophie registered. That's what I need to work on in these 3 months, along with my campaign to host Saturday Night Live as the world's first dead host. Because if you look me up on People Finders, it says I'm dead. So I want to be the world's first dead host of Saturday Night Live, the world's first dead person to host it. So I've been working on the campaign. I'm gonna do a lot of shit with that, but um, I might. I think I'm gonna make it my goal for the week to find myself a doctor and get my doctor's note before I go into that. And I think that's all the fruit cups I have. I might as well see what I got. This. I need to eat a lot of shit. Twisted mac and cheese. I guess I'll have that. Hell. A little bit of something nice. Sit here and chat. Well, see if this is melted. Oh, the soap's finally. Oh, still got a little bit in there. Yeah. All day. It's been in here all day melting. Soapy mac and cheese. I need to eat a lot of dirt in here. I think that's what I'll do today. At least this morning, but I'll leave the Target open because I'm going to go there and get myself some cleaning supplies. God knows I need it. Under detergent, surface cleaner, and canteen protein. I cannot live without my canteen. That's one thing I will never do. There's another brand of shampoo. Anything else will dry my hair out and I will feel like I need to be standing in a cornfield. Hearing the birds. Alright. It was teriyaki. How the fuck did I get teriyaki sauce on my arm? Where the fuck does teriyaki sauce come from? God damn. How? I didn't have anything with teriyaki sauce. I can't remember the last time I had anything with teriyaki. Where the fuck? Jesus Christ. That is teriyaki. That's definitely teriyaki. Where the fuck did that come from? appearing out of nowhere on my arm. What the fuck? I'm not gonna lie, that is insane. Alright. That's insane about it. That bar is so collected. Well, why wouldn't I be out of bed? Everything's coming up roses finally. Fucking finally. My parents got a storage unit, all my shit's out of their house, and in 3 months I'm gonna be expensive. Plus I'm gonna be out of bed. You know, April 1st, I checked my bank account balance. My father told me that SSI was going to go back up to $900 a month. Well, I told my father, you better be taking money out and getting a storage unit and get all my shit out of your attic. It does not belong there. I've been telling you this since I got my apartment. It belongs with me, not with you. And I finally broke down and told him sometime last month, on the first of the month you're going to go take money out of my account because you have access to it. You're going to go get a storage unit and you're going to take everything and put it in there. Well, I checked my balance on the first. It was not $900. It was $475. Needless to say, my shit's out of their attic. And I found it out and I sang zippity-doo-dah and I was skipping down the fucking street like Mary Poppins. I am free. The umbilical cord's been cut, and I am my own individual person now. I waited 35 years for that shit. 35 years to not have anything connecting me to them. July 4th, it'll be completely gone. All the ties. I will have Sophie. My parents will have nothing left to do with me. And it's great. It's the most liberating thing in the world. I'm on the horny zone. Should have loaded this. Oh, that stuff is hot. That's the most bizarre looking cheese sauce I've ever seen. I gotta carry this one and I'll get up. I was just watering. I gotta. Because I don't have anything that I'm doing on in that area. I'm in St. Louis, mind you. That's Maryland. And why is it so hot in here? I think I left the air off. Yeah, I did. Because everybody is a wimp. They can't stand a little chill in the air. Although, I guess it's understandable. Because all my guests wind up naked in here. I'm a slut. What do you want? If I had to be naked in the temperature that I keep this apartment, I'd complain too. But typically I wear my bathrobe to stay warm and cozy. But all my guests, you know, the bed's right there, the bench right there. We're naked, we're having fun, and there's cold air blasting on us. I can take it, but they can't. But yeah. So I will be going to New York, June 30th to go see Death Becomes Her, and the priest that I dated wants to hang out with me in July. So I told him that's very convenient because I'll be in New York in June 30th. So we're gonna be hanging out. The priest that I dated is in Maryland. He is the one that's gonna go drive me to Christo's while he goes to my parents' house and grabs the cat and grabs the key to my storage unit. And I'm gonna be hanging out at Christo's and doing a very special, very special live stream there. Why is it so special? It's because I was raised in that liquor store. Um, so the story behind Christo's, how became raised there. Well, when I came out to my parents, it was stages. They were, I guess, stages of grieving or whatever. I don't know. I'm not them. I don't have their mindset, but they went through stages. The first stage was, you're not gay. Then the second stage, you just haven't found the right girl yet. Third stage, oh, it'll pass. It's just a fad. Then the fourth stage, acceptance and avoidance. So they were going through this stage where they were avoiding me and just dissociating from me. And I knew my mother loved to go to Christo's to go shopping for her liquor, so I would always go there in hopes of seeing her coming in there so that she could give me a ride home and I could spend time with her. Well, she stopped going there, and all the workers there started taking me under their wing. They took me to family get-togethers, company parties, and I became one of them just from hanging out there. Please tell me you're joking, Carlos. What the hell is this? There is. Help. There's teriyaki sauce on my shirt. Did I go swimming in teriyaki sauce or something? Where the fuck is teriyaki sauce coming from? I don't understand it. Where the fuck is teriyaki sauce? Like, is it raining in here? What the? It's too damn. I'm too high for this shit, to be honest. I just don't understand where the fuck this teriyaki sauce is coming from. That. Carlos, you didn't know I was gay? Uh, are you alright? Thank God. Because I was very concerned. I was genuinely worried. Anybody who can't see that I am a flame the only thing I can think of is I'm going to hell anyway for being gay, so I can say shit like that. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to hell because I got time served. My life has been hell. But there's going to be a little bit of heaven now in 3 months. For I will be getting filthy. I'm going to look at this. Yeah. here and be with y'all. Why do they call it twisted? Because it's cheese. This cheese sauce, something about it. Easter Sunday. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to Target. I gotta get my Pantene. Guys, if you are trying to figure out what brand of shampoo works for you, let me give you some advice. Pantene Pro V. I also need to get spray cleaner and laundry detergent. That bottle that I made out of soap and boiling water and toothpaste and what was left of my Pantene, that's my emergency container of laundry detergent. I also have an emergency spray bottle of spray cleaner. So, if I ever run out, can't get any, and shit piles up, I do need to go at some point to the laundromat because my closet is full of dirty clothes and my cabinets are getting bare. But until I can get to the laundromat, I'm going to have to deal with washing my clothes in the bathtub. You know, when the Magic Eraser came out, I always wanted one. I even asked for one for Christmas. I thought it was so neat that they have actual surface cleaner that is an eraser and it disintegrates as you use it, just like a regular pencil eraser. So I've heard. I thought that concept was so fucking awesome. I still want a magic eraser. You know what? Maybe I'm going to treat myself to one. Maybe I will. Maybe I will finally get a Mr. Clean magic eraser. Maybe I just will. Nobody can tell me I can't. It just dawned on me. I think I will. I can finally get my magic eraser. That's actually good. The sauce is very rich. Former Mr. Clean's on the way to a reunion. I'm sorry, I have Golden Girls Tourette's a little bit. Sometimes a Golden Girls quote will come to me and I'll just say it out loud. When I see something, read something. Yeah. I guess you could say I'm addicted to the Golden Girls. If I have Golden Girls Tourette's. There was an episode where Rose's Aunt Gretchen died, and she has to give the eulogy. She's terrified of speaking in public, and so she convinces Dorothy and Blanche to go fly with her to the Bahamas. And they all face their fears. Dorothy's terrified of flying, and Blanche has this recurring nightmare where she's in an enclosed area full of bald men, and she keeps hearing the voice of God. So they get on this airplane. Dorothy's terrified. She gets feeling pretty good after drinking some champagne. And Rose, they turn the plane around because they're about to go into a storm. Blanche sees all these bald men, and the pilot's name is Captain Lord. And it turns out that all the bald men were a bunch of former Mr. Cleans on their way to a reunion. So Rose didn't get to go face her fear, and they convince her to go up and give the eulogy in the plane. And she does. And how long can I go without watching an episode? Ah, well, before Betty White passed away, I could not go a day without it. I needed it was like a fix. Now that after Betty White passed away, I could go months without watching an episode and be fine. It took me several months to be able to watch an episode after she died. I could not watch The Golden Girls at all. I couldn't mention it. I couldn't think about it. I could not talk about it. I had to heal my. It was the most deepest emotional scar I could ever bear. Kind of just like chili, and I ate a bean. This is some good sauce. This is Meals on Wheels too. Meals on Wheels has some pretty good shit. Not gonna lie. When the day Betty White died, I was in Los Angeles in a hotel room, literally about to walk out the door to go to Walgreens and buy her a birthday card and go to her house and hand deliver it so I could meet her. My phone was charging because I just got it back from the repair shop. And it was dead. So I had to charge it when I was in the shower. I got it out of the shower. All of a sudden, there are 1,000 missed calls and text messages from people I haven't even spoken to since kindergarten. And they're all asking me if I'm alright, if I'm alive, what's going on, are you okay? I didn't know what the fuck. I had people I haven't heard from in like 30 years asking me about that. Then the bomb was dropped. I found out she passed away, and that's why I had people from all walks of my life asking if I was okay. Technically 3. There was an episode of The Golden Girls where Rita Moreno played Sophia. And there was an episode where there's a little girl playing Dorothy in a flashback when she sees Sophia bringing her brother Phil home from the hospital. And then you have Lynn Green, who played young Dorothy in all the other flashbacks. So technically 3. Young Dorothy, and young Sophia are all still alive. True story, I met Lynn Green at Golden Con. And I made out with B. Arthur's personal assistant. That was fun. His name was Dan Watt. Sophie was named after Sophia from the Golden Girls. I was going to name her G-Girl, but my mother thought that was too much of a stripper name. She thought it was very distasteful. So I thought, well, she's gray. Sophia's hair is gray. I'll name her Sophie. I miss that girl. I can't believe I'm going to be seeing her. I'm bringing her home. 3 months. Sick and Tired Part 2, where Dorothy has chronic fatigue syndrome. Because of this scene. That's so crazy. It's so hilarious. It's Blanche. And she is totally out of character in this scene. It is just madness. Um, so she is going to be a great novelist. Um, she wants to become a writer. And, Dorothy is going to all these doctors and physicians. And do I have water? Damn it! I have ranch dressing I could have put in my macaroni and cheese. Fuck. That pissed me off. So, Dorothy's going to all these specialists because she knows she's sick, but the doctors think there's nothing wrong with her because they haven't found out about this thing called chronic fatigue syndrome. No, I actually prefer Desperate Housewives to the Golden Girls. People just ask me about the Golden Girls. They never really discuss. They never bring up Desperate Housewives. But I do not mind talking about the Golden Girls because I am an undefeated trivia champion. Go ahead and try to stump me for the question. I bet you won't. But Dorothy goes to New York to see a specialist, and he dismisses her. Then they finally go to a specialist when they get back to Florida, and she's diagnosed. Dorothy sees the specialist from New York on vacation in a restaurant where she's celebrating that she found out the name of her illness. But in one scene, Blanche, she was up for like 72 hours. She was writing for 72 hours. And she comes into the kitchen. Her hair's a mess. She has no makeup on. And she's like, what day is this? I've been awake for 72 hours. I made a breakthrough. It'll go down in history. First I wrote it all down, then I tore it all up, and then the words came to me. It was a magical experience. Every man was writing this. And Rose is making omelets, and she has these egg yolks that she says has too much cholesterol. So she puts them in a bag, and she's like, "Well, I was making omelets, and the egg yolks have too much cholesterol, so I didn't want to throw them out. So I figured I'd give them to the homeless." Sophia's like, "Well, Rose, your heart's in the right place, but I don't know what the hell your brain is. Great, give them egg yolks. They'll die. They won't need homes." And then Blanche comes in and she's like, sees the egg yolks after just going on about being awake for 72 hours. She picks up the bag of egg yolks. My God, I'm hallucinating. I see little balls of sunshine in a bag. Does this mean something? Those are egg yolks, Blanche. My brain's gone. My body is limp with exhaustion. Yeah. My favorite scene. I shit you not, the first time I ever saw that scene, I literally pissed myself laughing. I believe that was the very first time I ever did too. I will not lie to you, I literally pissed myself the first time I saw that. It was fucking hilarious. But if you want to talk about good comedy, I'm going to tell you the most hilarious scene in any movie or TV show that I've ever seen. It has to be the opera scene. in the movie, the Disney live action remake of Mr. Magoo. I don't care what kind of mood I'm in. If I watch that scene, I will be crying, laughing so hard. I never have a dry eye when I watch that. I mean, yeah, it's a kids movie, but I don't care. That scene is fucking hilarious. When he takes a club and hits one of the detectives and sends one flying into the stage, and this fat opera singer sitting there trying to sing, and the wind's blowing on her, and fake snow's flying everywhere. Now, if we're going that road where I'm recommending good comedies, Peter Sellers, The Pink Panther, comedy gold. He is fucking hilarious. That's the runner-up to that scene. The shit that happens to him. I can see a little bit of myself in him too. Like, I kind of get into some Inspector Clouseau kind of shit. The most off the wall shit that happens to him. One of my favorite scenes from the Pink Panther series is when Chief Inspector Dreyfus is at the mental hospital because Inspector Clouseau had literally driven him crazy, driven him insane, and he's about to get out. He's recovered. He's been to intense therapy. He's about to be released and get his life back together. Then Inspector Clouseau comes along, and somehow or another Dreyfus keeps falling into the pond where the ducks are. He sits on the table, at the table, and Inspector Clouseau gets up, seesaw effect. He falls in. He gets out, and then he steps on a rake, and then gets knocked in the head and flies back in. And then somebody's playing lawn darts, and throws a dart, and it hits him in the head. He's in the middle of telling Inspector Clouseau goodbye. He's like, I will go to the meeting. I will be released. I will kiss you goodbye. I will get in my car, and then I will kill you. Kill, but I want to kill him. Absolute chaos. It is hilarious. You need to watch that. Like I said, it may be a kids movie, but it is fucking hilarious. What did you see? The Pink Panther? Hmm. My other favorite Pink Panther scene is when Inspector Clouseau is following these people to the Swiss Alps. They're at a ski resort or something. And he is poking around in their hotel room. He's pretending to be a housekeeper. He comes in with a vacuum cleaner. Guten Tag, wie geht's? He looks and sees a bird in the cage. And he is snooping around the hotel room and turns the vacuum on. And he vacuums up this woman's clothes out of her drawer. He vacuums up painting off the wall and flower. It's a painting of some flowers. He grabs some flowers from a vase and sticks it into the picture frame, thinking it'll cover up. And then he tries to get the slipper off this vacuum and yanks it backwards. And then you hear, "Blow!" And You see the cage with a gaping hole in it, and he vacuums the damn parrot up. And he takes the lid off this thing, gets suctioned in, and then he comes out of the vacuum after turning it off, and the parrot comes out with his fake mustache. Swine bird, that is my private mustache, you naughty little bird. Flies up and sits on his shoulder. Swine. I fucking love Peter Sellers. And my favorite comedy duo, Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon. And my favorite movie with them, The Odd Couple 2. I don't think I would ever have the courage to do it unless I was with like a bunch of my fans at a restaurant. And I really want to do this too at some point. I want to do a recreation of the FNA scene from The Odd Couple. But I don't think I'd have the courage to do it if I was dining alone. If I was with a bunch of friends, I couldn't do it with just one friend. I would need a bunch of them to encourage me. But The Odd Couple is about this slob who I think he's a sportscaster. He works at a stadium in the stands, and he's such a slob. And then you have a neat freak OCD who likes to keep his apartment like super clean, and they are at each other's throats all the time. The Odd Couple 2, it does not take place in their apartment because the slob had moved to Florida, Sarasota, and Oscar's daughter, no, Oscar's son is marrying Felix's daughter. So they have to go on a road trip to not Los Angeles, Santa Menendez, California, to attend their son and daughter's wedding. And they meet up at the airport, and they didn't even say hello. And Felix has a broken leg, well, sprained, and he's in a wheelchair. Let me know when you're gonna hit a bump. Oh, that was a bump. So they get in the car, and it's a rental car from Budget. They get in the car and drive, and they have to stop at this restaurant because Felix needs to take a piss. He goes and takes a piss. Right after that, they're on the road again for not even 20 minutes, and then he said, pull over, I need to eat. So they go in, and he raises hell when he's talking about the local water. Don't you know how many pesticides are in this water? The local water, the water from around here? Oh, don't you know how many pesticides? Please, keep your voice down. These people don't know they're all going to be dead within a week. And then he waves at one of the patrons, and fna, starts making that noise. And when he has a sinus condition, and he's fna. It's absolutely like when that's just. I pissed myself. When I saw that the first time, I legit pissed myself. I was watching it with my parents in their bed, and there was a puddle of piss in their bed. Shitting you not. I'll never forget that. They raised hell with me about that. But after that, they're on the road again, and Oscar's driving. Felix is asleep. He wakes up, and there's the car's filled with smoke. And he's like, "Hey, we're off the freeway. Are we almost there?" I don't think so. What do you mean you don't think so? What does the directions say? They're gone. I threw him out the window. You threw him out the window. What the hell made you do a thing like that? Well, I had the directions in my lap, see? I lit a cigar, and the hot ashes fell on my crotch, and the map caught fire, so I had the choice of finding the wedding or burning up the most important part of my body. Guess what I picked? I had to pick some place and get off. Well, this isn't some place, this is no place. Pull over, I'll get the directions out of my suitcase. So they pull over, and he opens up the trunk, knocks on the window. Where's my suitcase? It's in the trunk. No. What do you mean it's not that? Did you look good? The trunk is about this big. It takes a second and a half to look. Your 1947 piece of cardboard is in there, but my suitcase isn't. What do you mean it's got to be in there? He jumps in, moves the suitcase that way and that way. Oscar, I'm going to be very calm. I'll try to be very calm when I say the next sentence. If it isn't in there, where in the hell is my goddamn suitcase? Maybe it's at the rental office. In Los Angeles? That's a good guess, too. Well, we're going to go back and get it. Look, it took us 3 hours to get here. It's going to take us 5 hours to get back. Because we got to make 4 stops. One for you to eat, one for you to get locked in the job, one for you to pee. One for you to get $5 to get out. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Look, there are plenty of things that'll get us there fast. Federal Express, UPS, fax. Oh, you're gonna fax me my suitcase so I can wear a picture of my tuxedo at the wedding, and paper copies of $10,000 cash. I know that movie way too well, all the lines and everything. And so he gets pissed off, and he's standing at the hood of the car. I want to know why, when you get around me, you start to behave like an idiotic, imbecilic, totally moronic shithead. And the car backs up and falls off a cliff, and they have to walk. Now, they go to this, they are walking down the street, and some guy picks them up in this peach truck with a bunch of peaches in the back. And then the guy gets pulled over by one of his friends and tipped off. So he's like, oh, that's my friend. Me and Mama, she's very sick. She's in the hospital. You take the car. Take us to the gas station up the street. Rico, they know me there. You sure, Rico? We'll be very careful. Oh, I trust you. And if you get hungry, eat peaches. It's a ride. It's my gift to you for your children for the wedding. Yeah, that's more than I'm gonna give them. And so they're struggling to get up the hill, and there's a shit ton of police officers there. The whole fucking precinct is there waiting for them. And get out of the truck, get on the ground now. So they're on the ground, and Felix is looking at Oscar. You don't think this has anything to do with me offering that kid money in the bathroom, do you? And Oscar's looking. And then they pull a bunch of illegal aliens out of the back of the truck. They unknowingly transported a bunch of illegal aliens into the country. So they go to jail. Then they get released because they explain the situation, and, well, they get released. They go to a hotel. They meet 2 biker chicks. And then they meet this old man who's going to Santa Menendez, and he gives them a ride. This is my father's favorite part of the movie coming out, and mine. So, the guy said during the night, he said, I can have you there in less than 2 hours. But then the car it's an antique car. They're driving super slow. A bus passes them. A bunch of cars pass them. Hell, even people taking a walk past them. And then the old man stops the car. And he's like, I think he's asleep. Why? When was he awake? What are you doing? Why are we stopping here? He'll wake up and the snails will pass us. He won't wake up, Oscar. The man's dead. So they try to he leans out the window and no, Felix is trying to pull him back in. He sprains his arm. He said, "I knew it. It always happens. Get out there. You're gonna have to get out there and push him in." So a truck whizzes by and he leans back in. His hairpiece blows off and um, Oscar comes out. "Hey, this guy's starting to decompose already. His hairpiece blew off. Go get it." And he goes and gets it. "Hey, Oscar, it ain't a hairpiece anymore. Now it's a nest. Well, shoo him away. Shoo, shoo, shoo." So he tries to get the hairpiece. A bird flies off with it. And then he gets back in the car. And then they hear a gunshot. The bird comes flying down and the hairpiece gets out. It falls on the hood of the car. And then he makes him go out and get him. In the past 3 minutes, I've walked more than we've driven. So then the police car pulls up behind them. He said, "Oh, this ought to be very interesting." So the police, don't you know you can't stop the car in the middle of the road? You got to pull on the side. Well, in order to do that, we'd have to remove the driver. And as you can see, is he drunk? Is he asleep? No. Try dead. How did this happen? I don't know. We think God just came down and took him. I'm going to have to ask you to step out of the vehicle. So they go back to jail. The man is dead. And you're riding around in a $100,000 car with his wallet and his hairpiece? How do you think this would look? Well, to my mother, she wouldn't be all that upset. So then they clear that up. They get released from the police office, the jail again, and they're on a Greyhound bus. And the biker chicks that they met in the bar the other night came running onto the bus away from their husbands, and then the husbands are down the road pointing a gun at them. They get in the car, in the bus, and pull their wives off, and they kidnap Oscar and Felix too, and take them for a joyride. And the cops arrest them again because of firearms on the vehicle. And then the sheriff, who's always talking to him, he's just sitting there with his head in his hand. Look at it. And Felix says to him, "Don't you even want to talk about it? Don't you even want to talk about it?" No. What's the point? I don't care what I say, you're just going to wind up back in here like a beach ball. And that they finally give them a ride in the police car to the airport and ban them from ever entering that town again. Am I getting lit tonight and putting on a show? I don't know. Haven't really thought about it. But you guys need to watch The Odd Couple too, because it is a fucking hilarious movie. If you like comedies, watch that. There is something that I do for people that receive my highest honor, and I've only done it with probably 2 people in my whole life. The last person I did it with was my ex-husband. But watching The Odd Couple 2 with somebody is the highest honor that anyone will ever get with me. I'll recommend it to anybody, but I will not watch it with anyone unless I am literally welcoming them to my flesh and blood family. You have to be like, husband material or something like that. You have to be somebody that I consider blood relative to sit down and watch that movie with. It's my father called it the family crest, so it's the highest honor anybody could ever receive from me is sitting down to watch that movie. Easter Sunday. I don't know. I don't think that's a thing. Like, but when I watch The Odd Couple with somebody, that's my way of saying welcome to the family. And right now, I can probably only think of one person that I would do that with. In fact, I'm probably gonna do it with him. Still. Um I I will probably go live and do a show next month or something. I need to get another phone. I don't know how the hell it broke, but I I don't remember breaking it or anything. But all I know is I had three white Russians. I was singing and dancing, having a good time, and I woke up in my bed, and there were peeps in my bed. I go to the kitchen, and my phone's in pieces. For the life of me, I do not remember going to the fucking store to buy peeps. I don't know where the fuck they came from. I don't know how my phone got into pieces. I feel like I was living in the hangover. I don't know how half the shit happened, but there was a lot of shit going on, like aftermath, and I have no idea how any of it happened. Peak Fairy. Huh. That's something. Why do I still have this gum? I haven't chewed gum in fucking forever. Why is this melted? It tastes melted. How does gum melt? I know it felt weird. I do love extra. My favorite gum though, Big Red. Any of y'all have Big Red gum before? So good. I miss Big Red. That's a good choice too. They don't have Big Red gum in Canada? What the hell? Are you serious? Why don't they? Is that a... Do they not have... You're in Canada? Are you in Canada or are you just stating a fact about them? Huh. Wow. Welcome to St. Louis. Um, so, is it like banned or something? Please, I need you to elaborate with this. This is interesting. Like, I need details. Orcas? Are you at SeaWorld? Canadian SeaWorld or something? Or are you at the beach right now? What's going on? Please elaborate on this no big red in Canada thing. I need to know. This is really good. Killer whales. Well, got plenty of them here too. I dated a lot of them. They definitely killed my happiness. And they were huge. You know, I would get a passport for one reason and one reason only, because I want to go to Sweden and visit the ABBA Museum. That is the only reason why I'd ever get a passport. But is a big red band in Canada. What's the deal with that, please? I really need to know. And I don't have another phone to pick up and research, and I don't feel like pausing the stream to find out the details. So, please share with us this big red Canadian thing. I'm intrigued about this. Do they have gum in Canada? Thank you, doggo. I'm very, uh, it doesn't like, Big Red is not a person, it's a gum. It's a cinnamon gum. No cinnamon flavor. I used to go through a pack a day when I was about 5 years old. Oh, oh, oh. But when I was about 5 years old, my aunt Sharon would babysit me. I was a, you know, as a very small child. Um, she would always give me Big Red. I was hooked on that shit. At 5 years old, I went through a pack a day. Um, then she got me into scratch offs. I was 8 years old when I was playing scratch offs. Um, about that same age when I was playing bingo. Um, my last gaming system, PlayStation 2. Reason being, I played a bingo game with my Aunt Sharon one night at the Arbutus Fire Hall. And they had these break open tickets where every number ending in 13 was a winner. I had 913. 9's my lucky number. I'm a Virgo. Born in September, number 9. So I kind of had a good feeling about that. Well, they called out all the numbers with the low prizes first. My number wasn't called. Just won $700. This guy. So I collected $700. We move on to regular bingo 4 corners. I got 4 corners. Keep your receipts on the table. Don't throw them away. We're moving on to large diamond. Large diamond bingo. I had $900 that night. 900. The next day, I went to this arcade distributor that distributes old used arcade games like claw machines and what have you. Bought myself a claw machine, and I put all my PlayStation 2 games in there, my GameCube games. I had a box put in there, and inside the box was a piece of paper about yay big. Said you won a PS2. Give the percentages. So, like, I would tell everybody that box is a PlayStation certificate. You get that box and you give that certificate to me, and you get my PlayStation. I had the neighborhood kids coming in, putting money in there left, right, and sideways trying to get that PlayStation. My next door neighbor finally got it, but he was there every fucking day, uh, putting $20 in, almost like at least once a day. I'd have him over. Can I play your claw machine? Yeah, money. Yeah, come on in. Yeah, at the end of every school year. I mean, because I went to bingo and I won like that, you know, frequently. Because I'm a regular bingo player. So it got to the point where I had three claw machines. There were two claw machines in my bedroom and one claw machine downstairs in the garage in case I felt like playing while I was smoking a cigarette because we don't smoke in the house. Um, at the end of every school year, I would invite my classmates over and all the neighborhood kids. We'd get pizza, we'd get 2 liter bottle of soda, and we would have a claw machine party. And everyone that comes, everybody's welcome to come as long as you intend on bringing some money and playing the claw machine because it's what it's all about. You know, you can't come if you're not planning on playing. So it was fun. And thank you, Dogo. Yeah, I would make at least $300 out of every party. They were so much fun. All the neighborhood kids would be there. All my friends from school would be there. It was lit. My my bedroom was where the party was. My church house, that's where all the parties were. That's where the fun was. That's where the animatronics were, the claw machines. I was Mr. Fun. Everybody in my hometown adored me, loved to hang out with me. I was the most popular kid in my town. I was it. My parents, yeah, they, I mean, if I went to hang out with my friends, yeah, they didn't mind that. Um, I was a kid, I had friends over all the time. I was also the teacher's pet, and I mean teacher's pet. I don't mean that my teacher took a special interest in me in the classroom. I mean, I would visit my teacher at her house on the weekends. I'd go celebrate holidays with my teachers. I was a teacher's pet. They took me home with them. Like, I was popular in every way. Like, I was adored. That all changed when my mother ripped the rug out from under me one night and told me I was going to a group home and made me have a nervous breakdown. Then she started spreading rumors throughout the town that I tried to blow their house up. But everybody, I got out of jail. I was in a mental institution for that, and then I went to jail, and then went to a group home for about 2 years. When I finally got back home, after fighting so hard to go back home, um, everybody was terrified of me. Nobody wanted anything to do with me. My parents spread lies throughout that town. Huh. Call it. But it, I I was I was the most popular person in that town. I always had somebody knocking on my parents' door, wanting to hang out with me and wanting me to go places. I was going places with my friends. I had a very normal life once upon a time. And it was a very hard adjustment coming back home and not having anyone. It was very difficult. Being the going from the most popular person to the most loneliest. I had to learn how to live alone and separate being alone from being lonely. But I managed. Yeah, that was just the beginning of it. Right? Then I was dating somebody and I was thrown out by my parents. And several times I was every time my mother would find out that I was seeing somebody, she would do whatever she could, knowing that I had bipolar and anxiety and I'm autistic. She would do whatever it took to make me have a bipolar manic episode so that she could call the police or have me put in a hospital, in the psych ward. And her goal was not to get me to go to jail or go to a psych unit. Her goal was for whatever relationship I was in to fall apart. And it would, because it was fresh, and the person that I would be with would not be able to get in touch with me. I wouldn't be able to get in touch with that person, and by the time I would get back out and contact them, oh, I didn't hear from you for a long time. I kind of am seeing someone now. And that was my mother's ultimate goal. Not, and she didn't care that the cost was my freedom, that I missed out on so much in life. I'm kind of wised up to her after a while. And when she would start pulling that shit, I would go to the backyard, hop the fence, run down to the bottom of the neighborhood, into the woods, through the woods, and make my way to a Greyhound station, the Greyhound station in Baltimore, where I'd be getting on a bus going to Florida. Fuck that shit. Well, I got married after traveling the country up until 2019, 2020. Um, my mother found out, oh, you're married? Well, congratulations. Let us know when you get home safe. Well, we're home safe. Let us know your exact address so we can send a wedding presents. That is 3 days later, the cops come, banging on the door. I'm brought back to Maryland. Yes, I was a fugitive. When I was the gay nomad, one thing I never told you guys, I was a fugitive. I was wanted. Because my mother had called the police, and of course they would want to have a court date and this, that, and the other, but, I was so over that bullshit. I knew I did no wrong. And I wasn't going to sit there cleaning up the mess that my mother made again and again and again. So I chose to hop the fence and go to Florida instead. Fuck that. I would sit in jail if I did a crime, but I didn't do a crime. Any cool stuff in there? I saw. Oh, I did find something. Where the hell is it? I don't know where the hell I put it. But a GoPro. There's a GoPro somewhere around here. Where it is, I don't know. But there's a GoPro in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she does, considering I put her information on it. Um, but uh, she was talking to my husband when I was in jail. Um, what's the flavor? She was talking to my husband and lied to him, apparently, because when I was in jail, I was served divorce papers and restraining order. So she is not satisfied unless I am miserable. She's that kind of person. Whenever I'm miserable, she acts like she's my best friend. Though if I have somebody, or I'm happy, or I'm going somewhere that makes me happy, she's gonna be a bitch to me. That's why I want my cat, I want my property, and I want them out of my life, so I don't have to worry about that shit anymore. And July 4th, Independence Day, baby, Independence Day. That does not feel like I took a hit until I exhaled. Wow, I didn't even feel it going in. I felt it coming out. Whew. Now I feel it up here. But yeah, it's been a while, Brian. And I think when I get Sophie, I might go to college. I'm thinking about it, like very seriously, considering going and taking up mortuary science and pursuing one of my dreams that I've had since I was in kindergarten. I would love, love, love to be a certified mortician. I really want to do that with my life. Well, my afterlife. I want to be a certified mortician. I need that. I need to do that. I am fascinated and infatuated with death, funerals, the whole entire thing. Just fascinates me. Fascinates the hell out of me. I have been infatuated with death since I was in kindergarten. And when I get Sophie, I'm not going to need to have hookups. I won't need to have a man in my bed. I will have companionship. And because I'm not going to be in that area, it ain't like my parents are right down the street. I'm in St. Louis, okay? And my parents are in Maryland, Missouri, Maryland. We're in two different time zones. It costs a lot of money to get out there. I get $900 a month. And by the time I finish paying all my bills, I barely have enough for a, a luxury item like, I don't know, lighting or something for the apartment. So, uh, when, and why am I waiting for July to go to college or do this? Because right now my social life consists of one night stands. When Sophie comes, that's gonna change. I am not having those hookups and a different man in here every night, every day, um, and exposing her to that. She's my daughter, and she deserves a better life than that. So I'm gonna stop being a slut and go to college. I mean, I'll have her in my bed. Why would I want a man? She's all I want in my bed anyway. It's all I ever wanted in my bed. Um, July 4th, I am going celibate, I guess. I'm not bringing a different man in here and having her So would you? Would you be a slut if you around your cat or dog? I mean, I know I wouldn't. It's just totally irresponsible. But that's why I said a lot's gonna be changing around here, and for the better. Going to college, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get myself into theater groups and acting and doing a lot of stage work. And between now and then, I'm going to do little videos to try and grab the attention of NBC with my campaign to be the world's first dead person to host Saturday Night Live. And I am dead, by the way. I don't know how many people are watching that know this, how many people don't. But if you look my name up, I'm from a town called Linthicum, Maryland. And my relatives' names are listed in this thing. Brenda Bristow is my mother, Kenneth Bristow is my father. Look my name up on People Finders. Yes, People Finder says I'm dead. If you look up one of my videos, there's a screenshot that I put as a thumbnail. The video's titled Working on a Project or something like that. It's my last video that I recorded. You can look at the thumbnail on that I put up, and you can see that I'm dead. But here I am doing a live stream. A dead person doing a live stream. You don't get that with any other channel, do you? You don't see Beetlejuice doing a live stream. I don't see the Crypt Keeper doing one either. So, like I said, I'm doing better than any other dead guy I know, fictional or not. That's why, when it comes to labels, People Finders gave me the most glorious option in the world. No, can't. A ghost can't sit here. I mean, they can talk to you, but you're not going to see ghosts all the time. Ghosts don't eat. Ghosts don't pick up vapes and start hitting them. I'm dead. Deceased. You know, I should have gotten that handbook. I would have loved to receive the handbook. Barbara has it. I wish I'd have gotten one. What the hell is the Mongolian Mafia? Never even heard of that. I want to look at my handbook. No. It's not really a handbook. Oh, god damn it! Oh, rigor mortis! Oh, fuck me. That hurt like a bastard. That's the handbook. Oh, camera's not even around. Pardon me. There it is. Handbook for the recently deceased. That's a ghost. That's a ghost. That's a ghost. That's a ghost face. That's a ghost face. There's my shirt. Ah, that feels good. Nice to have a little change of scenery. I love sitting here. I don't know why, but the energy in this room is very calming for some reason. Like it feels like chaos whenever Maybe I am. Maybe I am. You know, when I'm in my bedroom or when I'm in the kitchen or the bathroom, the energy is pure chaos. But when I'm in here, it feels very calming. It's soothing, even. The energy when I come in here. I don't know why it's so soothing and calming when there's 20 animatronics around me, but it is very, very peaceful and tranquil. I mean, do you guys feel it when I come in here or what? Or is it just me? Oh, there's my testicle. Yeah, I have a testicle and a tentacle too. My preserved hamster testicle. That was insane. I don't know why the fuck I bought that. I really don't. Why the fuck did it reconnect me? Did I just violate YouTube's terms and conditions or something? Different frequencies. It just said reconnecting for some reason. Right after I showed you guys the preserved hamster testicle. Does that violate YouTube's community standards? Showing off a preserved testicle? It's taxidermy, it's an art. God, YouTube needs to get over themselves. They really do. And it ain't like I'm singing and dancing to a copywritten song. I'm just showing off something that I bought at a convention. If it's appropriate for a convention, why wouldn't it be appropriate for YouTube? And I'm kind of in the mood to eat something else. Do I want to? What time is it even? 2:14. Wow. I'm not even tired for some reason. I actually am. Finally getting there. I don't know whether to end the live stream and go get myself something to eat and watch some Desperate Housewives, or and then go to sleep, or if I should end the live stream, hit my bubble, wake up a bit, and just stay up and go to sleep after I get back from Target. I do need to go to Target and get Pantene Pro V spray cleaner and laundry detergent. I do enjoy, once in a while, I will indulge in some substances. And when I do that, I like to watch some adult material and enjoy some intense feelings. If you know, you know. If not, then I'm not going to sit here and explain something that would corrupt your innocence. But I don't know what I should do. Part of me would like to go to bed. I know if I go to bed though, I I'm gonna wake up and not want to go anywhere because I like to do my. I'm like, okay, everybody has their inner child, but not me. I have an inner old lady that likes to go and take care of my errands. As soon as the store opens, I like to be there, get in and get out and get home. And if I go to sleep now, it's gonna be like probably noon before I wake up, and I'm not gonna want to go anywhere because there's gonna be way too many people outside and in places. I like to go when places open. That way, I don't have to deal with many people. I don't know. I guess it should be party time. Maybe I could take a disconnect and oh. Yeah, it's weird that this room is soothing because of all these things, all these animatronics in here. You know, it shouldn't be that way. Like the other rooms should be soothing, but the other rooms are just full of chaotic energy. This is just a soothing. This is my. I sit here when there's too much chaos going on in my life. I like to sit here. This room has a very calming energy. You know what I think it might be? Rue McClanahan's energy here. It might be Rue McClanahan. Um, well, I'm not going to get into detail with that. I'm going to say that Rue McClanahan had this frog pen that was made by Joan Rivers, and it is hidden in one of them. Oh, I'm not going to say which one. I'm not going to say where. I'm just going to say a pen that belongs to Rue McClanahan is inside one of them. So, I mean, maybe it could be her spirit, her energy in this room. I did bring a pen that she owned, and I brought a letter she wrote to her mother when she was 17, and a picture of her. So she's, in a way, she's in this room. I mean, they do visit me too. I have been visited by their spirits. I never see them, and I never physically hear them, but I know where they are and what they're saying to me. And that's so hard to explain. And I can't even explain that to myself. And my neon green parts of my pants are glowing. I'm tired. Fuck. Hmm. Yeah, my. It's 2:20. But there have been times people have seen Leatherface move on his own. Yes, I'm kind of dozing off. This room is so, like I said, this room is very calming. I think it might be River Clanahan's energy, but the lighting. I don't know what it is, but this room is very soothing. And sitting in this chair, I could literally fall asleep. I would like to one day put a bed in here and have one of my hookups in here, just for funsies. Yeah, I think you're right, Carlos. I should do that. So I'm gonna get off here and get that going. It's a holiday. What the hell? Why not? You know, Jesus uh, came back from the dead today, and I'm dead already. and I am tired, so I might as well do it Jesus style. Come back from the dead with a little bit of something. I fucked a guy a couple of days ago. Friday. I fucked the guy Friday. He was smoking hot. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Ooh. He rode me like a stallion. When will I be back from the dead? Oh, I already am. I'm about thinking. Yeah, I'm starting to play with my hair. I gotta go. I'll probably do another stream tonight. It's 2:22 in the morning. So yeah, I'll be back later tonight. Uh, so until then, happy Easter, everyone. Love you guys.